All right, it's been a hot minute. Thank you for watching my shorts, though. That might sound like an innuendo, but it's not. Oh, like, comment, and subscribe. Like, comment, and subscribe, please. I'm begging you, sir. But we're back at it with reactions, and we're going to react to a man I think people know in the YouTube world named Anton Daniels. So we're gonna watch a quick synopsis of who and what he is. So this man, as you can see his titles, he hates black people in a weird way. And he hates especially black women in a weird way. Like, you could tell he hates his daughter. He hates his wife. He hates his mom. He hates if his grandma's still alive, he hates her. If his grandma's dead, he really hates her. You can tell that this man is a certified COON. And he makes his bread and butter off of being one of those. Let's watch a snippet of this.
Whoa.
What's that?
I just built a budgeting app in Base 44.
Guys, Nina just built an app.
Impossible.
Nina can't code.
With the results, Doug.
Hey, good morning, guys. A lot of races to talk about, so let's start with that Texas Senate race that attracted so much attention and money. On the Democratic side, James Tallarico defeated Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett in that hotly contested primary. In a victory speech, Tallarico said he was going to take back Texas.
This movement is about whether the people will hold
The black guy in the back, they ain't gonna put a thumb in your butt.
power in this state and in this country. We launched this underdog campaign 6 months ago in my hometown of Round Rock, Texas. And since then, tens of thousands of Texans have shown up to rally with us in every corner of the state.
All right, Jasmine Crockett, meantime, cited voting issues in Dallas and said that, in her words, people have been disenfranchised. Now, we don't know yet what Republican Tallarico is going to face. The Republican race there is going to come down to a runoff in May between Senator John Cornyn and State Attorney General Ken Paxton in what has been a bruising primary. A few other races also in Texas. State Representative Steve Toth defeated Congressman Dan Crenshaw in the GOP primary. Shifting now to North Carolina, where former Governor Roy Cooper picked up the Democratic nomination for the now open Senate seat there. He'll go on to face former RNC Chairman Michael Whatley, who won the Republican primary. In Arkansas, Senator Tom Cotton easily won his primary, as expected, for Democrats.
Let's be honest, we should have people that want to run for office have to fight to the D, which means it could be the dick or it could be death. We are the people that should decide, because these people get elected and then get bought off by super PACs, i.e. that's one that starts with an A, i.e. one that starts with an H, i.e. one that starts with a O. If you don't know, you should know. And if you don't know, you should go research. But this, all right, I don't even like looking at Buddy's face. It's disgusting and is a harbinger of chaos for black people, as we already don't need any more of them. I like this black person right here. Wait. O'Shea. I was spelling it wrong. But this is what's been happening with Anton Daniels so far.
For him, I want to give him his flowers and a round of applause.
The Mediterranean diet is the world's healthiest diet, and Factor makes it easy to eat that way every day.
They always say something is really the world's healthiest diet. They switch it up every few years if you don't pay attention. They're lying to you, people. They're lying to you. They're lying to you. They're lying to you. That's my 2 cents.
I exposed the whole operation from the beginning to the end.
Technically, today is February 28th, 2026. It's officially the end of the month. And I should be talking about something else different than Anton Daniels. But am I dusty as hell?
He's right, you know.
You damn right. There's one more allegation outside that we got to address with Anton Daniels. And it's not because it's embarrassing him, because Anton Daniels embarrasses himself. Unfortunately, he doesn't need any help doing that. There's something that we got to talk about, especially for some of you people who are subscribers and followers of YouTube content in what we call this, which is the black sector of YouTube. Once a YouTuber gets successful, it's easy for them to recreate their image. They can go around saying that they have the keys to your financial future, that they can help you if you join their Patreon at 10, 20, 30, 50, $100 a month. And they can say, if you join the quote unquote bag chasers, you can also use this information and get rich yourself. And one of the ways that Anton Daniels can do this is he can review other people on his YouTube channel that are having financial difficulties. You will see that one of the strategies with Anton Daniels content is if people are going homeless or living in their car, or if they're just down bad, quitting YouTube, having to go back and work a regular job, Anton Daniels can use this content to reposition himself as a person who can help you avoid such catastrophes. And this is very, very integral to what he does. Not only do these videos perform well because doom and gloom content really works here, it also creates the doubt inside of the minds of the subscribers saying, I don't want to be like that. I want to be like something else. And that somebody else is Anton Daniels.
He's right, you know.
Because Anton Daniels shows his lifestyle, him driving in his nice cars, watches, homes he's purchased. All of that is to solidify himself as a life coach. Now, part of that money that he's getting to do that does come from YouTube. I believe the majority of that money does come from YouTube. He is a view machine. He makes a ton of money on the platform. That is true indeed. But a lot of the other money that comes in is coaching. It's also Patreon money, and it's just recurring income.
You know what's bad about the little whole coach? What would they call that? Coach epidemic, or coach pandemic, or coach Ponzi scheme? People take advantage of people, which is the American way, American custom, to use people, abuse people, throw them away, pull them back up, use them and abuse them, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. And he's one of them. So if you know about slavery, here's a little history lesson. So white people first tried to enslave the natives, or they would call them the redskin or the Indians or whatever you would call. And at one point, they said, we can't actually tame them because they're too knowledgeable of the land. They know things that we don't know, yada, 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 etc., etc. Then they stumbled upon the transatlantic slave trade through various nefarious evil deeds and means. And so, once they got these Africans over here from Africa, they told the natives, hey, some, not all, of course not all, you can become slave masters too, because you have been indoctrinated, because we tried to decimate you, you killed us, we killed you, yada, 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 yada. And we want you to be a slave master too. So some became slave masters. Not a lot. Not a lot at all. My point in saying this is that he would be one of those. You just see it in his eyes. You give him a trinket. Back then it would be a trinket or a little bit of land and cattle, chattel, slavery. His eyes would lighten up. His beard would become moist. His ass would start to shake in awe that he would be able to do that. He is one of those people that would be a slave, let the credits roll a little bit, master to other people of his skin tone. Anybody that's wearing this hat, what does this shit say? PLGQ. People love. I can't even read that. Shit's stupid. If it's that long, it's stupid already. And then follow God, not culture. Anybody that wears these two stupid ass things, you know is a fucking. Anyways.
Stuff. For people looking for information that you probably could just get online yourself. And that is the biggest problem with Anton Daniels.
Let's look at his LinkedIn. Here goes Anton Daniels' LinkedIn experience. Let's see. The longest job he kept was what? 4 years? 4 years? So let's see here. Team leader, quality control. That don't sound like a millionaire to me. Help desk agent, web designer, and developer. Perform troubleshooting of hardware, software problems over the phone. Oh, call center agent. Okay.
Shout out to Ricky Manor. Now, he did this video February 14th, 2025, a year before the whole situation where Corey Holcomb came about. And what he's saying is true. If you look at Anton Daniels' LinkedIn and resume, you will see that none of his career is based on financial consulting, based on real estate consulting. It's not based on any of those things. Because if Anton Daniels was to do that, because simply he would be so busy in the industry, he would have no time for YouTube. Now, he is from Detroit, and Detroit is not the smallest city in the world. There would be a lot of opportunities for financial transactions, real estate transactions. You know, you would see him somewhere in the baking industry, in the stock industry. But no, Anton Daniels does not do that because Anton Daniels spends the majority of his time making content just like me in live streaming. So somebody who spends over 80 to 90 hours a week at best is an expert content creator. They are not a financial analyst. The same thing with me. I am a pretty decent content creator and have been so for the last 10, 11 years. I've sustained myself from different changes on YouTube, from it going from a live stream platform to shorts, to seeing guys come and go.
Listen, it's called Connect Team, and it's insane. I don't do schedules or time.
Pause. Pause. Anyways.
Timesheets manually anymore. And it works?
But I am not a financial analyst.
People love Ponzi schemes, and if they can get you in on the Ponzi scheme so you can be the sucker and they can get put, it's literally like slavery. The master will be like, hey, you be the good N-word and watch these N-words, and once you capture your B, your R-word, your all that, enough of them, I'm going to put you in the house. And once you're in the house, you get to wear some good clothes. You get to eat some good food. But because you ain't like the rest of them. He's one of those. He would do that. Marriage is a big one. Anyway.
I'm not a financial coach. Even if I made $500,000 a month on YouTube, I made that money because I'm really good, let's say, for example, at making content or scaling this business. But I cannot call myself a bag chaser, because my professional record is not in the finance industry. At best, I'm self-taught in this content creation space, which I have helped many creators who have become even bigger than me, but none of that gives me the mindset or the ideology to come about and tell you that you should do X, Y, and Z action to become a bag chaser, because then I am a liar. Second point, the promotion of certain content on Anton Daniels reactions could not be true sometimes, okay? And I'm not saying that he reviews people on purpose who are scamming or who are saying they're homeless and they're not. But a lot of us, review things in reactions that could or could not be true. And this allegation comes a long time YouTuber on the platform, Ringo TV Raw. Stop the show though. Ringo TV Raw was one of the first YouTubers that really gave me the confidence to continue on in this career. By the time I started on 2015, 2016, he had already started in the late 2000s, early 2010s. So I got to give him his flowers. He was one of the first few that said, hey, you should continue. You should stay on this journey. And that really meant a lot to me. So I do want to give him his flowers. He's been here longer than me, even though I haven't talked to him in a long time. And like Ringo TV Raw is kind of controversial in the content creation community. He's never really offended me, so I always got love for him. I want to give him his flowers and a round of applause. But he himself has come out with this particular allegation.
I made the viewer understand that this woman is not living in her SUV. Guys, I'm inside of a house. When it is cold outside and I get up in the morning, it be 45 degrees downstairs. Upstairs, it might be 50 degrees. Do you understand me? You know what 45 degrees feel like in a house? Cold.
So he says that Anton Daniels is promoting some lady on this platform. Most likely this is a reaction. A lady who is saying that she is homeless and living in her car in cold weather. All right. Now, this is something that other content creators have done, and we found that it wasn't true. Back in like 2015, 2016, there was a content creator called Tanya TKO, in which, she said she was living in a car, and we don't know if that was true, but it's something that ladies can say, our content creators can say to get people to give them some money, right? And then he says this.
There is no way a woman is living in her car in 7 to 2 degree weather in a vehicle. There's no way. You will die in your car. Hypothermia will kick in. You will die in your sleep.
So he's saying that basically one of the reasons that you can't do this is because you will die out of hypothermia. And I think he's living in New York or somewhere on the East Coast. I'm not sure now. But he said when he goes down in his home, it's really cold, even in his house. So how can you live in a car? And so then he follows it up with this.
I exposed the truth. Up to now, none of these YouTubers talked about it. You would think that because Ringo aired this thing out, that they would want to know what's going on with this grift, and they would tag along and be like, yo, I'm going to react to what Ringo said. Yo, that's crazy, man. He really did promote a grift. None of them spoke about it. You know why? They all getting paid under the table, fam.
What? Now, okay, he's saying that content creators didn't really respond to his claims because
I can smell what type of Negro he is. It's not the good kind.
We're all getting paid, or the content creators are getting paid by Anton. Again, this is like a conspiracy theory kind of thing. I'm pretty sure that that's what he may believe. I doubt that this is true. But to his larger point, I believe the reason why he's tying it in as a scam and Anton is covering something that he knows is a scam is because what Anton Daniels repositions himself as, which is a successful business person, a hard worker, a person who makes a lot of money, a person who has things. We cannot deny that he has those things, but they are not from real business or business occupations. Anton Daniels made his money just like I made my money, which is as a content creator. Not ashamed to say that, all right? If I wasn't on YouTube, would I be as successful as I am right now? Probably not. I would probably be successful in some way or form, but I would have had a different lifestyle, living a whole different situation, working in an actual industry, and that takes time to develop. YouTube is one of those platforms where if you keep coming, you keep trucking, you keep posting videos, especially in the black sector, that you'll blow up. And Anton Daniels did not succeed for a while. He tried really, really, really hard until he finally made it. It was over a decade before he made it. So if he was successful in these other fields, he wouldn't have continued to be or try to be big on YouTube. So YouTube is what made him the majority of his money. It gave him all of the fame. It gave him all of the leverage. And we need to be able to tell the audience that that's how it happens. We did not do this by financial conditions. Okay?
I can look at this nigga's face and tell he's a horrible person. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like people like him. I really don't. Because they hate themselves so much that they pour their hate out on other people. And he might be like a sexual deviant too. I mean, we all are, but he got a wife.
Last time I heard, he's living in a majority white country. He said before that he doesn't work with
them videos. People hate his ass too, though. I ain't gonna lie. Let's see what it says.
You spend most of your workday in emails. You need to get Fixer.
I get about 150 emails a day.
In the last few days, have been coming towards Anton Daniels' wife. Now, Anton Daniels' wife typically stays out of the loop, although she may show up sometimes on the live stream, and that's if he asks her to. But what I feel that Anton Daniels' wife typically likes to do is kind of just be to herself. She will come on camera if he asks her. She's kind of outside of the loop. And again, this is important because she plays that part pretty well. Very similar to like Savannah James. But Anton has been pretty straightforward from what I understand, and I didn't know this until all of this happened. Now, Anton Daniels is in some level of an open relationship with his wife. So his wife is completely okay with him dating other women.
If you married to somebody and they can't tell you I can tell Rita anything. If I like another girl, if I'm going through something, if I'm not feeling her at the time, let's just say let's use a worst case scenario in your mind. Yo, you know what? I'm feeling like another chick tomorrow.
Damn.
Would you be able to wait, stop. Hold on.
That is shit, damn.
Yo, let's talk about it. Do you think you should be able to do that within your marriage?
Talk about it, yeah.
You said no?
Now, this part about Anton, I didn't know until the Corey Holcomb situation happened, all right? And I found that out. But somebody who did understand this more than me was his former colleague, No Captivity with Freezy.
If that's the way I felt, and I wanted to talk to her about it, do you think that makes sense?
No, it doesn't. Why not? How old is
Wait, y'all.
So Anton's wife was even screaming, why? Why can't he on another chick, right? Anton said they're definitely not in an open marriage, but she will let him down another chick.
Now, this is important because Anton Daniels is a self-professed Christian. He mentions that his faith is a part of his lifestyle.
My hero is Jesus, right? So I look at it from a completely different lens.
It be them niggas that be like, yo, Jesus is the one that guides me to fucking all these women. Like, bro, stop being that. You like hoes. Just shut up. Niggas is
Regardless of where I am in my journey, the person that I pedestalize, and the word is the word. It doesn't change. It has never changed.
So I want to talk about men in having more than one wife and being associated with Christianity under the umbrella of Abrahamic faiths. Now, Abrahamic faiths would be Judaism, Islam, and then Christianity. And there are certain evidences, especially in the Old Testament, that allowed a polygyny, or a man with more than one wife, or a concubine. We see it with Abraham had Sarah and Hagar, Jacob had Leah and Rachel, David had several wives, Solomon had many wives, I believe 700 and 300 laws of concubines. And the law of Moses even regulated polygyny, which suggests that it was permitted. And this is the case that some Hebrew Israelites, brother Captain Tazaryak, when they're debating some Christians, made this point.
So what I'm saying is there's no law forbidding you from having multiple wives. There's laws once you have multiple wives.
Yeah, there's laws like if you have two wives and the wife that you hate has your firstborn son, but the wife that you love has your secondborn son, you still got to give your inheritance to the first wife son.
Deuteronomy, the 21st chapter, 15 through 17 verse, pretty much says this: if a man has two wives, he must not deny the rights of the firstborn. Exodus 21 and 10, if he takes another wife, he must not deprive the first one of food, clothing, and marital rights. So basically, these are...
They will never say that in the church, boy. Unless the church I've been to. They ain't no talking about fucking other hoes. For shit show. They ain't gonna bring that up even though they fucking all the hoes. Like, comment, and subscribe. Like, comment, and subscribe.
Are rules in place to protect the first wife biblically. All right? So, Anton Daniels having more than one female interest is not really a bad thing.
Alright, y'all did it. Anton Daniels is a sucker. He's a hoe. He a terrible nigga. And I don't like niggas like him. Not at all. Not at all. Alright, folks. That's my piece on him. If you want to learn more about him, look at a nigga that wears this type of hat. You trust... Just trust niggas like this? It's crazy. I'm sorry. Y'all really trust him. He's wearing... Hey, bro. I'm a nerd. But I'm not going to wear no stupid looking hat, bro. I'm sorry. Like, comment, and subscribe if you want more reactions. Like, comment, and subscribe if you want more reactions. And we're out.